Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly and today I've got a number of Makeup Revolution products that I thought I would try. And as I'm looking at this, I've got a liquid blush duo, I've got another matte blonde liquid lip, I've got a contour stick, I've got some eyeshadows, I've got another blush stick. I don't have a foundation, so let me throw some on really fast. I'm missing a lid, but maybe I didn't have one. Okay, I've got a little bit of a matte eyelid primer on already, and it's just a little sample of one that I got from Ulta Beauty. So I figured we'd try that with some of this Makeup Revolution stuff. Okay, so I do have this fast contour stick. This reminds me of, is it NYX that has those? I feel like NYX has a contour stick. I know KKW Beauty had one. I don't know if the new brand has one. I haven't really been paying much attention, to be honest. I'm not really a Kardashian stan. It's pretty packaging though. Some people have mixed feelings on Makeup Revolution. Looks like we've got like a, hi Zeus, we've got like a concealer stick on one end. It does not seem to be too shiny. And then a little bit of a contour stick. What shade did I get here? Does it say? Hold please. I'm not actually seeing a shade name on this. It doesn't mean it doesn't have one. Chances are I probably got a lighter shade than I needed to, especially for the kind of skin color that I have right now. But we're gonna kind of keep this just to the bottom side of where I would like my cheekbones to be. And some people are big into doing kind of like a reverse foundation where they do the contouring beforehand. I don't normally do a ton of contouring, but we're gonna do a little bit here. Jowls. Don't know if I'm doing that right. You guys are gonna tell me if I'm wrong. And then because this seems to be like a light shade of concealer, I'm gonna actually use that as so. Not necessarily a super highlightery type shade, but keep that right there. And let's blend. Okay, actually that looks pretty good. Pretty subtle. I almost feel like that might be a really good stick to use with the Jones Road Wet the Foundation if you're doing a super lightweight minimal look. I know Makeup Revolution has like mixed reviews and some of their products do well and some not so much, and you know, all that kind of stuff, but I don't actually mind that product at all. That actually went on pretty well. It's subtle. I mean, I didn't get any like harsh contouring and I didn't really want that. I am going to be out in natural daylight. If all goes well with this makeup, anyway, if it doesn't, I do still have time to do a little bit of fixing it. Okay, I picked up this duo of liquid, it's a liquid blush duo. It says Revolution X Roxy. There's one that is in Sakura and one that's in Orange Blossom. I feel like maybe Orange Blossom is going to be too orange for me today, but let's see, shall we? These remind me a little bit of like Flower Beauty has these. Who else has the really good ones? I think is it NYX? Yeah, I think NYX has the really good blush serums as well that are super pigmented. So I kind of wanted to see how these were. So this is Sakura. So this is the blush, little drop of it. And if I tap it on, boy, that is hot pink. Can you guys see that? If you can see that, but that is crazy amount of color. We're gonna try it. Since I put just like a bead on the back of my hand and I have so much, let's just tap this on and see what this bright kind of like, oh my gosh, my phone's making noise, kind of bright watermelon color this is. All right, actually that's really pretty, especially since I only tapped on just the barest amount. I don't mind that. That gives it kind of a nice soft glow. I was really concerned when I saw this in the back of my hand. I was like, oh, that's not gonna go well. But if this is like some of those other ones, maybe it'll dry down and look pretty good. I recently tried a Milani like lip and cheek balm and it was horrible. It slid all over my face. It did not last. It was like, my face kind of ate it up a little bit. That was not good. This almost feels like it might dry down and be kind of pretty. Yay, okay, that's great. So far, so good. Yeah, I'm not upset by that at all. Let's see what happens when it dries down a little bit. If it still looks as good as I think it's gonna look. Where is the lid for this? How did I take the lid off and lose it? That's crazy. Well, when I go to clean up my mess, I'm sure I'll stumble across it, right? Moving on, since we're losing shit as we go here. Okay, so because that is such a hot watermelon kind of pink, I do have two of these Ultimate Nudes 9 pans. These clear cases don't feel as good as like the ColourPop 9 pans that are like also in a clear case. Those ones feel a little bit more substantial. I have these two in light, in medium, and I feel like neither one of them is perfect for me. The light one's not bad. It has a super light shade. I've got like these two shades almost seem very similar. And then one kind of darker shade. We do have some purples. That's a nice like cool tone. That's gonna be my inner corner. I'm okay with this. Like it's a fine everyday kind of looking palette. Is it perfect? I don't know. This one almost feels like it's a little too deep for me. This is the medium one. So you've got these beautiful, almost like jewel tone fall colors which are really pretty. But actually that shade right there might actually look pretty spot on with the blush. Do I want to use this one? I feel like I don't have a super light shade unless these go on really sheer. You know what? We're gonna try it. We have time. If we have to take it off, we have to take it off. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this sort of like watermelon-y kind of shade in here that seems to go with my blush, and just dab this on here. I did see recently that my local Walgreens was starting to carry more Makeup Revolution, which is kind of funny because I thought Makeup Revolution was kind of on its way out. I mean, I know that they've financial dealings recently, but I kind of felt like nobody was really talking about Makeup Revolution. Their history or their reputation as being like a dupe brand was kind of hurting them. They did this whole, like, I don't want to call it sativa or CBD green thing for a while, and I just couldn't get behind it. I don't have any like skin conditions that would require me for any kind of herbal medication of any kind. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I know that's probably a little ignorant of me, but it's just not something that I require in my cosmetic. Okay, so that shade did go on that was able to buff out and get a lot more sheer. So Makeup Revolution is kind of like, some things I get really excited about. Some it's just like, okay, well, I'm gonna buy it for the content because I don't get anything in PR, right? And then sometimes I go, wait, that was actually really good. So I'm excited that my local Walgreens is starting to carry it, but they don't carry the skincare. And I really, really, really love these like little spray bottles. Really love those as far as like skin prep. I have a trio of them. You guys probably heard me talk about before. I have a trio of them and I really, really enjoy them. Okay, that shade is actually very pretty. I'm gonna go into this one right here, which is a little, no, do I want that one? I don't. I'm gonna go into this one over here, which is a little bit more of a neutral colored brown. And I'm just gonna hopefully deepen up, crease, and blend into that kind of watermelon-y color. So if I think I said earlier that I'm gonna be outside today in a lot of natural light. It's also gonna be ridiculously hot, and I don't really want my makeup to show up. I don't want it to melt off. I don't want it to disappear. So probably playing with and trying new products, it was not the smartest thing to do. I feel like that's kind of light and pretty. I'm not normally a pastel eyeshadow wearer, so I have to go deeper and darker, and I've got the same brush I've been using. I'm just gonna dip into this darkest shade in here and take it above my lash line and just a little higher. And because I use that matte eyeshadow primer, I am hopeful that this will stay on. I feel like these little palettes from Makeup Revolution are not horribly expensive, and their formula reminds me a lot of ColourPop. I feel like they're very, very consistent, at least with the matte so far. They're not skipping, they're not patchy, they're not super pigment, but seem to be building up, which is fantastic as far as I'm concerned. To take it even a higher too. I want my eyelids to recede a little bit. I'll look straight on sometimes. Okay, I'm repeating myself, huh? You guys tired of me saying the same thing in like all my videos? Leave me a comment down below. Okay, so I really like that. That feels like it has a little bit of purple in it, and I'm okay with that. Man, I was thinking I was gonna have to do another video after this to get makeup that I like, but maybe I actually like this. That gives me 4 shimmers in here. One of them is this one here. Maybe not as creamy as the ColourPop eyeshadow formula or like the shimmers go, but let's just put some of this on. That's pretty. Oh yeah. Yeah, I love those. I love those, and I'm not wearing all of them today. Okay, so I think I'm actually gonna use this sort of taupey shimmer right here because this is a daytime function that I'm going to, and it might darken up by the time we're all said and done, but since I'm going in daytime and then there will be, you know, lights and stuff like that, I'm just gonna go on the air of, we're doing slightly fun makeup, maybe not professional makeup that's not gonna be too jarring in daylight. That's kind of the direction I'm going here, and I feel like I'm getting there. Okay, where's the brush that I've been using? I think it was this one. All right, the eyeshadow is great. These little 9 pans, while I may not love the actual plastic, you know, container all that much, I think they actually blend beautifully. They look really pretty. If you are on the fence about them, give these ones a try and let me know what you think. You know what, I think I'm gonna go into the lighter one and grab the lightest shade in here as my inner corner. This seems to have a little bit of a pink undertone to it. I like that it's actually not too shiny. It's just lightening up where I want it to be a little lighter, kind of covering up some of that discoloration. Since I'm in this palette, you know what? I'm gonna grab the darkest shade in here. I just flipped that little tiny brush over, and I'm going to take a little bit of it down here to my lash line. I probably could have stayed with the same dark shade, the darker shade in the medium palette. And I don't remember if my local Walgreens had these particular palettes in a deeper shade. Maybe I decided they were too deep. I'm not really sure. I tend to look for palettes that do all in one. Like I don't like to bounce back and forth between palettes. If I have everything in the same one, that makes me super happy. Okay, so that's kind of just a light, soft makeup look, both with the eyeshadow and the blush. Where did my sponge go? There's my sponge. I'll try to tap in some of, I'm gonna have to use that contour stick again. Where did that go? Okay, so I'm gonna take the light shade in that contour stick and just try to clean this up just a little bit more. I don't know if I need to set it down at all. Maybe. All right, this is way better than I thought it was gonna be. We need some makeup. I'm actually gonna do a waterproof mascara today. This is the one from Milk Makeup. Because my eyes naturally water quite a bit, I'm gonna start trying to be smarter and wear waterproof mascara when I'm out in it. On my eyelid, that's fun. The eyeshadow palettes are cute. Like, these might be really good ones for travel. Do I need both of them? I don't know. I feel like neither one of them were exactly what I wanted, if that makes sense. So this is how I know I'm an idiot. I already put the lid on this and just didn't know. The orange one I think might be a little bit too orange for today's look, so we're gonna skip that. I do have 2 more products here from this kind of Makeup Revolution haul. Just making sure I don't have anything else that I'm missing. I'm gonna grab a little bit of a lip liner. This is from Buxom, and it's a nude, so this should go with everything. Not my first choice, or I should say not my preference, but this Matte Balm liquid lip I thought looked really pretty, and it's maybe a little chalky looking. Okay, that's too light of a lipstick for me as it is. It's gonna have to have something else on top of it. So I'm gonna take this off before it completely dries down, because I think this one dries down pretty fast. I'm gonna go into a much darker lip liner. I have this deep brown lip liner from e.l.f. We're gonna try that. We're gonna see if this doesn't give that lip color a grounding force that will help me actually want to use it. So just line the lips with this dark brown. That's gonna save this for more of a fall look, but no time like the present. All right, here's what I like about these e.l.f. lip liners, these love triangle lip liners. Again, this one is in deep brown. I have a light brown and I have a mauve one. The mauve shade is by far my favorite. That's one that's like universal, I can use all the time. It's a go-to. I've bought it several times now. I don't mind the teardrop shape. I think the concept of having it be a liner and a fill-in is okay. I think that they kind of dropped the ball on the actual fill-in portion of it, because I wouldn't use the fat end of the teardrop to fill in my lips. I wish it had like a chubby stick on the other side. The consistency is a little firm, which I like actually. I like that it's not too firm where I feel like it's tugging on my lips, but it's not too creamy and oily feeling where it's just gonna slide off. So I actually like the consistency of it. I don't know if that helps you guys. Let's try this now with that darker brown. That helped quite a bit, I think. All right, I'm gonna give it a second to dry down. You might try a lip oil on it, but right now, I like that. Okay, I also picked up this other blush stick. This might be too pink. I'm actually liking the way my blush looks right now, though. I just took this top off, and all the product came off into the cap. Okay, that was super weird. Flaw in the design, maybe? All right, before I put this on my skin, my face, let's just see. Oh, that is so like purpley pink. It feels okay. I was gonna try it, but you know what? I'm gonna pick up a little bit on a brush and just add it to what I already have going on here. I hope this wasn't a bad mistake. I really do like that liquid blush though. I'm gonna say that's a win. I also got one from Profusion that I think I want to try too, because liquid blushes seem to be kind of my thing right now. Balm blushes, not so much. I'm not really enjoying those, although I do like Merit's. I like Merit's Balm, like Flesh Balm, whatever it's called. I like that one a lot. That's my favorite of all of them that I've tried. Yeah, okay, this one's a little bit more radiant than I think I'd probably go for. This is called, what is this? Revolution Fast Base Blush. When it says base, that almost makes me think that maybe it could be used as like an anchor for a powder blush. I don't mind this, actually. I might be leaving this on for the rest of today. I think it's okay. I think it looks all right. Normally I might top it with a little bit of a powder blush. I'm not going to. The concealer situation seems to be holding up. My eyebrows seem to be holding up. Everything seems to be holding up pretty well. I'm gonna set it with a little bit of this RCMA setting powder though, because I don't want to take any chances. Help out some of my texture a little bit. I'm telling you guys, if you have not, the RCMA setting powder is everything to me. All right, I feel pretty darn good for trying out some new makeup today. I've been enjoying the Jason Wu matte primer lately, or matte setting spray. I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna go back into this Shield Me setting mist from e.l.f. makeup. e.l.f. has a couple really good setting sprays. The one that they did with Jen Atkins, I absolutely love. This one I think is becoming now a really good one. I don't know if it's a blue light one. I just drenched my skin in that because I kind of want it to stay. I actually like the way my makeup looks. That's a shock. I wasn't sure I was going to. Trying Makeup Revolution today. I've used a number of Makeup Revolution products. Some of them are ones that I've only tried for the first time. So glad I changed out that lip liner because that just makes everything so much better for me. I can actually wear that matte lip. It's still a little tiny bit tacky. I think it looks good though. I've got a little bit of a ColourPop lip oil. I'm gonna put a little touch of it right there in the center. Yeah, this is today's makeup. Yay, I got makeup done. I got makeup on. I did something productive. All right, you guys, I hope you guys are doing really well. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I would love to see you guys back around. Leave me a comment. Tell me, what do you guys feel about Makeup Revolution? Do you want to see more? Do you want to see less? What do you want to see? I hope you guys are doing really well, and until next video, bye for now.